Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about the colour wheel. I'm going to show you how you can create your own colour wheel using just the three primary colours, red, yellow and blue, and how you can mix any colour that you like from those three colours. In some of the exercises we'll be doing, you'll also need a black and a white paint. Any paint you like, watercolour, oils, acrylics, it'll work with any paint, and any red, yellow and blue. If you are a beginner painter, understanding the colour wheel and colour mixing and tinting, toning and shading your paint is quite important. So I hope you'll enjoy this video. Let's get started. I'm doing my colour wheel with watercolour paint. You can do the same with any acrylic or oil paint or gouache, whatever you happen to be using. And I'm going to start off with a primary red, yellow and blue. It doesn't matter which shade of red, yellow or blue that you use, because that's a bit more advanced and we'll go into that later on. So any shade of red, yellow and blue. And I'm going to start by drawing around this plate to make a circle. And what we want to do is divide it into 12 segments, and I'm just doing this roughly. There's no need to be really accurate. So I'm going to divide it into quarters. And then each of the segments into roughly 3. I'm just eyeballing it. And join them up. As long as you've got your lines running through the centre, you can use a compass if you like. Okay. I've got my water and I've got my paintbrush. So we're going to start with the three primary colours. The first one I'm going to start with is my yellow. So I'm going to paint that into this section here. Okay, so the next one I'm going to put in is my red. In case, most of you probably know, but in case you don't, three primary colours, yellow, red and blue. You cannot mix these colours, that's why they are the three primary colours. And you can mix every other colour on the spectrum those three colours. The only other colour you generally need is white. You can also buy black if you like, but you can mix your own black by mixing these three colours together. So I'm just going to show you that if you're new to painting and you don't know what colours to buy, don't go out and buy yourself a whole set of colours. You only need the three primary colours, white and black, if you wish. Okay, so putting in my red. So we're going to need 3 sections between each primary colour. My red will go here. And my blue. And again, I'm not too worried if it's accurate. I'm going outside the line. This is just so I can get a feel for what sort of colours I'm going to get out of this particular palette. And to demonstrate to you how you can mix your tertiary and secondary colours out of the 3 primary colours. And then I'll go into a little bit about tinting, which is adding white, and shading your colours, which is adding black or grey. And this is for beginners, by the way, because there's many other ways that you can tint your paints or shade your paints. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about the colour wheel and show you the basics here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix equal portions of my yellow and my red. I'm onto my palette. And make sure you rinse your brush thoroughly between changing colours. Then when we mix our yellow and our red, we get a nice medium orange colour. We're going to put that in the middle. Next, that's what we call a secondary colour. So that's a mixture of this one, and that's our secondary colour. For the tertiary colours, as we come around this way, we would add more red to our yellow. So we would get more of a yellowy orange, a red-orange colour in here. And the same this way, we would get a yellowish orange by adding more yellow to the orange. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a bit more red to that orange. And here I get a lot more of a darkish orange, reddish orange. Just checking that you can see that okay. So on this side we're going to mix our orange again, then we're going to add more yellow. going to darken this one up a little bit more. So as you can see, even between this one and this one and this one and this one, you can get a lot more varying shades depending on how much red or how much yellow you add. Yellow. Tiny bit of red. And we have an orangey yellow. You can even make that tiny bit darker, a little bit more red. You get the general idea. So the next step, I'm going to mix my yellow and my blue together. And most of you probably know we'll get a nice shade of green. And if you're using a different blue and yellow, you will get a different shade of green. So it's good when you buy a new paint set, always to mix the colours. I always make some paint swatches, so I will mix every colour with every other colour in my paint set so that I can see what sort of colours I'm getting. So with that green, we're going to add some more blue. Mixing it again. We get a darker green. Over this side, I'm going to add more yellow to the mix. And get a nice bright, almost a lime green here. And the last thing we're going to do for our colour wheel is mix our blue and our red. And we should get a nice purple. So first we're doing equal portions of blue and red. Put it on here so you can see what I'm doing. more red. I add a bit more blue there. And there we have a sort of a medium purple. And once again, depending on the red and blue you're using, that is going to make a difference to the shade of purple that you get. Okay, so I'm going to add more blue to that colour now. Put it on this side. This is quite a dark, almost purplish grey. And I think that's because of the particular blue that I'm using here, because I'm using it's like a sky blue, almost a cerulean blue. And I'm mixing it with a warm red colour. So your shade of purple might be different. Anyhow, it's a nice purple shade. Now I'm going to add more red to my blue. A little bit of blue. And a lot more red. So there we have our basic colour wheel. And you can understand how you can obtain most of the basic colours, well 12 at least, different colours, just using red, yellow and blue. So now I just want to do a couple more examples. I want to show you how you can mix your own blacks and browns. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about tinting and shading your paint. Now that we've done our colour wheel, I just wanted to talk a little bit about colour harmony. The colour wheel helps you to choose which colours might go good together in a painting. So there's a few different colour combinations that you can use. Firstly, what we call complementary colours, which are colours opposite on the colour wheel. So if we're looking at red, green is the complementary colour of red. So they will always look good together in a painting. Yellow and purple are complementary colours, and blue and orange. And if we go into the tertiary and secondary colours, a yellow-green with a red-purple, a red-purple are complementary colours. So anything opposite on the colour wheel. The other way you can choose your colours is to use what we call homogeneous colours on the monogamous colours on the colour wheel. And they are colours which fit side by side. So we might want to use a red-orange, and a middle orange together, or even 4 colours which are side by side. We might want to use a blue-green, a purple, and a mid-green. They'll always look good together in a painting. Another way of choosing colours is a triad of colours, which are 3 colours which are of equal distance apart on the colour wheel. So for instance, your yellow, your red and your blue are always harmonious, and they have 3 spaces between each one of them. So if we move it around a little bit, we'll find that our yellow-orange and our blue purple, and sorry, no, they're opposite on the colour wheel. Sorry, just getting a little bit confused there. But we'll find, our yellow, orange, and if we come 3 squares, we come to our red, purple, 3 more squares, and we'll come to our blue, green. So those 3 colours will be harmonious together. Another way is to choose one colour and then 3 colours which are opposite that colour. So we've got the red and we've got the 3 greens there, which will be harmonious together. We can choose the blue and the 3 oranges. There's many other colour combinations, but I'm not going to go into them all here. So that's the basics. The next thing I wanted to talk about was when we have a colour, we often want to change the tone of that colour, in other words, the darkness or lightness of that colour. So we would normally add a white or a black to that colour, or a combination of the two. There are other ways of toning and tinting colours, but for this tutorial I'm just going to use black and white. And while I'm here, I just wanted to show you, this is a good basic paint set to start with if you're wanting 3 primary colours plus tertiary colours and black and white. This is a Montmartre set, which is their satin acrylics. They're a semi-matte paint and they are a medium bodied acrylic. In other words, they're not sort of runny and then they're not really, really thick. They're in between, so they're medium bodied and they are opaque. And I find that they're really, really good paints. So they're great if you're just starting out and you just want the basic set. And we've got a lamp black, a mid green, a lemon yellow, a purple, a phthalo blue, a yellow orange, a scarlet, and titanium white. I'm going to be using these colours for this next part of this segment. Okay, so what I've done is I've drawn 3 colour wheels here and just divided them into 4 sections. And in this segment here I've written colour, this one I've written tint, and this one tone, and this one shade. So what I'm going to do in the first segment of each one is just put the basic colour, and I'm going to use a red, yellow and a blue. I've got my scarlet there, and this is a phthalo blue. Quite a nice blue, that one. If I had used these colours in my colour wheel, I would have got different shades of the different colours. So that's why I said it's always important when you get a new paint set to mix your colours and see what colours you're going to get. And we're going to add our white. Titanium white, by the way, is an opaque white. There's another white that you can get. It's usually called zinc white or Chinese white, and that is a bit more of a transparent or translucent white, so it's more of a mixing white. It's good for mixing with your colours, and so is titanium white. But if you want a really opaque white, say when you're doing your highlights at the end of a painting, always use titanium white. Then we have our black, which is a lamp black. Okay, so in the first one I'm going to put yellow. Second one, I'll put my red. And I'm just using watercolour paper to do these examples. And in my third one, I'll put my phthalo blue. Okay. So what we're going to do is slightly alter the value. So when we do tint or shade our paint, what we're doing is we're altering the value. And values are very important in painting because that's what actually will give you your 3D effect, and you know, it will make something become a sphere as opposed to just a flat circle, because everything is made up of light and shadow or different tones. Okay, so we come back to our yellow, and I'm going to add some white to it to show you how the value changes when we add white. So just grabbing the yellow here, roughly the same amount of white. And you'll find that it's lightened it up quite a lot. You get sort of a pastel-y shade there of yellow. Do the same with my red. And we get a nice pinky colour. And we add white to our red. Same with the blue. I'm going to get a nice pale blue there. Okay. Now the way we get different tones in between adding white and black is we add white and black or a grey. So I'm just going to make, and we can add differing amounts of white and black, but just for this tutorial, I'm just going to add equal white and black mixed together. So I'll get my white, about the same black, and mix those together to make a grey. Might be too much black there. It's kind of like a medium grey there. Black is a lot stronger than white, so it's always going to be the dominant colour when you mix the two together. Okay, so I think that's a good mid-grey. Don't like wasting my paint, so I'm just wiping it off. I'll see how it goes. I might want to add a bit more white to that. So I get my yellow. I'm going to add this grey. See how that really dulls down that yellow? It's almost turned into a green. So what we found is that if we do add black and white or grey in equal amounts to this yellow, we're going to get a green. It's almost like a dark olivey green. But we might want to add less of the grey and more yellow. So let's just add more yellow. You can see there we've still got a greeny yellow, but it's a little bit lighter. And we can darken or lighten that however we wish, and so forth. So I'm just going to use this one here. Doesn't matter which tone you use, just to show that when you add a bit of grey to this colour, that's what you get. So you would probably use this kind of shade in your shadows. So the darker you want them, the more black you would add. Same as your highlights, you would add more white. There is another way of doing this with complementary colours, but I'll show you that afterwards. Okay, just making sure you can see that okay. I'm going to do the same with my red now, see what we get. A little bit of grey. Look at that. We get kind of a darkish, reddish, purplish colour. Which is a really good shadow colour there. Now let's try with the blue. And some grey, black and white. And we just get a really deep, look at that, it's really nice. It's almost a really deep turquoise there. You can make it as dark or light as you want. So what I'm going to do now is mix pure black with the colours. And that will be a shade, which will be like maybe the darkest shade that you can get. But depending on how much you add. Here's our yellow. Let's add black. And what do we get? We get a really dark greenish black. Really, really good dark shadow colour for yellow. But if I had added, I could have added a lot less black than that if I wanted to. If I wanted to just sort of dull down the colour, because you might have painted, say, something in yellow and you find that it's much too bright and you just want to dull down the colour, you could have taken your yellow and you could just get a spot, just a spot of black like that and go, I'm going to add that in. And you still got yellow, but it's dulled it down a lot, so it's not as bright. Or as I said, with the black and the white. Okay, so let's add some black to our red. A nice deep purplish black. And the blue, a lovely blue back. Okay. So now that we've done that, I just want to show you how you can play around with, well, firstly, how you can mix your own black. So, because often when you buy a black, it's just a flat colour. And if you look in nature, black actually has every colour in it. And it could be leaning more towards red, or it could be leaning more towards blue, or more towards yellow on the spectrum. So I do buy my own black, lamp black, but I do like to sometimes add a blue, red or yellow to it, depending on what I'm painting. Let's see how we go when we mix the three primary colours together. A bit of our blue, our yellow. I'll have to get some more yellow. And red. If you've never painted before, this is going to help you a lot to understand colour. Okay, a bit more yellow. Middle green colour. See what I'm... Hi again. I apologise, my camera decided to go flat while I was recording the end of the video, so I just wanted to show you what I did. And down here, this is the result of mixing red, yellow and blue. So I got a black. I actually got a kind of a purplish black colour. So that probably means that I added more red and more blue as opposed to yellow. So I got a kind of a purplish black, which is okay because it depends on what you're painting. And I've added white to it here just to show you that when I've added white, I've got a purpley colour. And here I wanted to demonstrate how with mixing two primary colours together you get a kind of a brownish grey. So I mixed together yellow and its complement, which is purple, and I got a brown. And that is a really good way of adding shadows to your paintings as well. So if you were painting, say, a little yellow bird, for instance, and you wanted to add shadows under the belly or parts of the feathers, you could just add a little bit of purple to that yellow in varying amounts depending how dark you want the shadow to be, and that always makes your painting look harmonious. So that's all I have for you today about the colour wheel and colour mixing. I hope that you found the information valuable, and thanks for watching. You can also support me on my Patreon page, where I have lots of real-time tutorials coming up where you can follow along and paint with me, and lots of other things on there. And you'll find me on patreon.com/LavenderBluart, and I'll also put the link underneath the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.